If you are passionate about photography and planning to get a budget professional camera, then this video is for you. In this video, we'll talk about a Sony mirrorless camera that will get your job done. So let's get into the video. We are talking about the Sony A6000. Just look at this. It's very lightweight and slim and easy to carry. So basically, it was launched in 2014, but still, why to choose this camera? Let's find out. This camera has lots of good features. At the same time, some bad features also. So we can't call it bad, but still there are some cons for this camera. And this sensor works perfectly whether you take portraits or landscapes or any kind of photos. So basically it takes like sharp and crisp photos with a good dynamic range. So basically 24.3 megapixel sensor is good enough to capture like high quality images. So that is a pros of this camera. The second reason to choose this camera is autofocus. The next thing to choose this camera is about its autofocus. This camera has on 79 phase detection autofocus system, and it focuses very smoothly, like moving objects, like whatever. So this works better whenever you're taking like still images and like still objects, still subjects. So still, this camera performs very well in terms of autofocus. And most interesting part of this camera is this camera can capture 11 photos in 1 second. Let me show you. You can hear the sound, right? Again. The next reason to buy this camera is its weight. If you compare this little tiny thing to a DSLR camera, like then you'll understand like how lightweight and how slim this camera is. It's very easy to carry, like very lightweight and like nice. Another good part of this camera is this is a 6000 mirrorless camera, and this uses the E-mount, Sony E-mount, and there are hundreds of like Sony E-mount lenses for APS-C sensors like you can use. Even you can use a full frame E-mount lens with this camera. So that's amazing. Like you will get flexibility in choosing lenses, EVF or electronic viewfinder in a sunny daylight. So this will help you to like easily monitor the photos that you're taking. But there are some things that you must keep in your mind when buying this camera. So the first thing, like this camera doesn't support 4K resolution video. Like this supports up to 1080p. So that will be a cons if you were looking for video oriented camera. Like if you want to make higher quality videos like 4K or 2.7K, then I think this camera will not help you. Another thing, that is this camera doesn't have inbuilt image stabilization. So if you want to capture video with this camera, you must use a stabilizer like a gimbal so that you get clean and stabilized footage. Another thing that's kind of frustrating, like its display, it's not fully articulated, like it's stuck this way. Look at this. You can see we just can move this way, and there's the max like this and this, and you just keep it back, and again you just can do this. So it's almost fixed. So if you are comfortable with like flexible display, then this is not a good option for you. Let's talk about the battery life. So basically it uses the same battery that we use for Sony A6400 or A6500. Like it's NPFW50. So it's quite decent enough. Like you can take around 250 to 300 photos. And if you have extra battery, then battery support will not be a big issue for you. So let's come to the conclusion. So basically, if you want to buy a camera in your budget, this camera might work for you. In this range, except this camera, there is no alternative for like the Sony cameras. So if you want to buy a Sony mirrorless camera and that is affordable, lightweight and slim, easy to carry, then this is a good option. Like you can go anywhere with this camera without any hassle, or you can capture sharp and crispy photos using a good prime lens. And the battery life is also okay. So it has autofocus on 79 phase detection and the quick burst shot. Like it can capture 11 photos in on second. Like that's amazing. So like considering the cons, and if you focus on the pros, then obviously, in my opinion, this camera is a great option for the beginners. And also, if you want more videos about camera, photography, and filmmaking, just let me know in the comment section. See you in the next video. Till then, have fun.